Hello, everybody, and welcome to Most Extreme Ranking Challenge. I could say Konnichiwa, but I'm not going to say it, so I'm retracting it right there.
Just
I know.
said it.
As he
I know.
says,
It's true. It's true. But we're going to have a rad and tubular episode today. That's right, because we're going to be ranking the top in the top 90 anime of all time. We're going to be including OVAs, just straight up shows or films or really anything, a hodgepodge, just so we can win and yell at each other. And with me, as always, I have my co-host Lemar.
Top of the morning to you. Last is both and neither.
Alrighty, Matthew Johnson.
Opening? The fuck? What do you mean you change it? What does that mean? You gotta explain that to me later, Lamar, because I have to remember that now, and I don't think I can remember that. Last is both and neither. Yeah. What do you mean both and neither? Whatever. That was my intro right there.
Anna's not able to join us today because she hates us and she went to a concert instead. But
yep.
But we have her amazing co-host and our friend. If you've watched our videos on our channel before, you've definitely seen her, especially our XXX ranking and a bunch of other stuff. We have Elaura.
What's up, guys? Good to see you.
What's up?
And I am so excited for this guest because he's like one of the coolest people I've met virtually ever. We met briefly at Comic-Con when I was like dead, but it was a pleasure. He has the best content on TikTok. I absolutely stand by that. This is why I'm so happy for him to be here. We have Knewbetta.
What's up, everybody? I'm Knewbettadobetta. I am a Lord of the Rings lore expert on TikTok, and thank you for having me on. I would love to rank the 90s anime. I'm straight from the 80s, so I'm up in that age range, you know what I'm saying? And I'm bliggity black, you know what I'm saying? So let's do it.
All right. I'm so excited. Top 5 anime of all time. We're going to do this. Judges today are going to be at number 5. Our guest of honor, Knewbetta. At number 4, Lemar. Number 3, Matthew. Number 2, Elaura. And number 1, myself. So I cannot wait to mess this up.
I know number 1 already. So if Tyler, if you're number 1, I already know what it is.
I cannot wait for all the hate mail that we're not going to receive. And so of course everybody also gets a challenge card. So if a judge picks something that you absolutely are like, no way, I'm going to a democratic vote, you can throw in your one challenge card. And let's go on to the 5th best anime of all time, not biased, with Knewbettadobetta as our judge.
All right, let me do this. Give me a second. I was gonna Google real quick black animes in the 90s, but I know you definitely know that.
You reaching right now.
Like, I could be reaching, but I could just be like, yo, the PJs was the best anime ever. I could bust that out, but I'm not gonna do that. So, Mr. One Black of our 80s in Dragon Ball. Yeah, I know. Mr. Popo. Anyway,
no.
My number 5 actually is not my actual number 5. I'm doing this in honor of Anna. Since Anna can't be here, me and Anna had a small discussion, and my number 5 choice is dedicated to her. It is actually a very good 90s anime horror. There wasn't a lot of horror animes back then, especially animes that actually like messed with you and made you think. The movie was called Perfect Blue. It basically had to do with a Japanese retired idol person now trying to pursue an acting career, and she ends up becoming a victim of like stalking and like gruesome murders, and things start happening, and it starts to mess with her and her reality. It was like if there's an animated movie right now called Paprika, which is basically like a very fucked up anime movie. That was the original. It was actually made by the same people actually who made that, and it is just a classic horror anime that got you thinking. And it's at its time it was great and it's amazing, and even now when you rewatch it, it still gives you chills down your back. So in honor of her, I'm choosing Perfect Blue. I've watched it as well too. I've seen it several times. It's not as scary it is to me compared to like the other things I've seen, but it's still a solid choice, or at least for number 5, because it is iconic when it came to the 90s, especially if you actually watched it and you were really into horror movies. So, but
no, that
we'll worry about that later.
That's a solid choice.
Yeah, that is a fantastic choice.
Anna and I got to go see it in the movie theater recently, and it was So good
Wow.
on the big
Solid.
screen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very like, if you've ever seen Black Swan, there was a lot of rumors that Black Swan was actually based on this movie because it's kind of got the same vibe, but the director swears it wasn't.
Yo,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that shit, man. I'll talk
Yeah.
about another one on the list. There's another movie that's straight rip off of it. Not rip off, but homage, whatever you want to call it. We'll get to that.
No.
We'll
You'll get
to
that
that.
later. Yeah. But that's my honor in honor of Anna. So Anna, I did this for you. Don't get mad next episode. Okay, just saying. You owe me one for this. All right, thank you.
You owe me one. Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Knewbetta, who would you like to go next?
I would like for you to go next, good sir.
Oh, okay. So this one is an anime that's still going on, and it's a lot of fun, and it's one of my favorites. But I'm only just doing a part that's in the decade. It's a fun, epic adventure that just keeps on sailing. And my choice is One Piece. I love One Piece. I love I love all the characters. Nami and Bulma are both my waifus, but I think more so Nami, especially now. Yeah, I think One Piece is epic and awesome, and it's still going. But the 90s was so much fun, and that anime was like legit too. Like,
what episode are you on, Tyler?
I'm in the 300s because I forgot.
Wow.
I forgot.
How you even?
So you're not even nowhere.
How you even
near.
talking about?
I know.
First
No,
of all, you mad out of pocket.
Yeah,
right
a
now.
long time to go, my doc.
You
I'm
on
long
300 and you put
I
it
know.
in. Yo, somebody, next, please. Ma'am, can you go, please? He's really out of pocket.
Wow.
Like, what are you doing?
That hard FU. That hard FU.
That wasn't
I
even
feel
me.
violated, right? That's disrespectful, right there.
That's because you only on episode 300. If he was up at like 700, then
You had 7.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah, we'll talk. But you had
Come on,
300.
300. Oh, let me put this
In his defense, though, 300 was still the 90s.
Yes, but
was it
that
really?
wasn't even the good part. He even had,
Yeah,
I
like-
don't even think he had Thriller Bark yet.
No, 300
That's
was
what I'm
300
fucking
was
good.
definitely 300 was
get really
definitely in the
shaking.
2000s.
Like crazy.
All right,
In
I'm looking
300
this up.
like that.
One Piece. I'm in the 300s. Let's see.
Nothing.
Okay, let's see.
Fucking-
Episode 3. I'm gonna say 330. Let's give me the third. Give me to
You
like
know what?
where
I'm
I,
gonna look up what 330 is. Hold
You're
on.
gonna look it up.
it came out 2007. So I watched at least 10 years of One Piece.
Sheesh.
All right, so I'm going space-based here. So my pick for the 5th best is Outlaw Star. This is something that I watched religiously when it was on Toonami. I watched it religiously. I love that the main character is kind of goofy. Gene was like one of my husbandos when I was growing up, and which I didn't even know what that was at the time.
Mhm.
But he's goofy. The series has like light moments, but then it also has very heavy moments. It's got a lot of like space fighting, and it's got a lot of good action with the ships fighting each other and like the weapons that are all customized and everything. And it's got a love story. And I'm a sucker for a good love story. And it's not like my Instagram handle used to be Melfina. So, I'm not biased at all.
G-Gen.
That was almost on my list too. Like, oh man.
Now that I know we were doing 5, it made the list.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
That was strong.
I gotta say, when Tyler told me like we was gonna do this, I was like, man, this sounds like deja vu.
Deja vu.
Before family, before we sent a car out to space, before we had Gran Turismo and Daytona, before we had all of these things where John Toretto was just trying to get his drugs across the street, we had these tiny Japanese boys drifting their goddamn box cars all the way down the mountainside. I want to give it up for Initial D. Initial D was amazing.
My God.
I'm sorry I sung that song. I thought you would have caught that earlier, Tyler, when I was singing. I was just wilding out for like the last 30 seconds.
I thought I set it up pretty well.
No, that was a great setup, yeah.
I thought Initial D was an 80s show. I am not going to lie.
Manga was
early 90s.
Early.
Squeezed in there. But just like all the drifting, just like everyone didn't die from that fucking mountainside, I squeezed in there and barely pulled through. I will admit that my introduction to Initial D was at an arcade where they had the Initial D game where you could get an actual printed card. And that was like that was real hardcore, like grinding.
I got my card in
Yeah,
my
you
wallet,
have
like,
the
right over
initial D
there.
card?
I got my initial D card.
I
Like,
played
I
the
can go get it real
arcade
quick for
game.
me too. Hold up.
I played the arcade game, and then I learned about the anime. And granted, most of the anime was the Power Rangers motif. Bullshit reason for racing, but it was still great. And so my pick for number 5 is going to be initial. Yep, there it goes. It cost you $2.
7.
Was it?
Get it right.
What
You
the
know?
fuck?
They upped it tremendously.
It's like-
tremendously.
It's like Anna's here. You know, you got Perfect Blue and Initial D. She would have picked both of
She
those
would've picked
things.
both of those
So
things.
Initial D.
this is in good spirits.
and
It's like she's here.
And then there's
It
One
hurts
Piece.
that it does, and One Piece. Yeah, I guess it hurts that you said Initial D at 5 because honestly, Initial D is higher on my list. But that's just me though, because I have.
In my defense, I put it at 5 because there are some goddamn iconic things coming up on this list, and I don't think Initial D is going to beat.
I don't know, because
some
like
of these iconic ones.
Initial D is not as iconic as the animes, but Initial D is iconic in the world of like cars and racing and everything. Like that was the staple of like what drifting, what racing, and what like
see that started the drifting
like
thing
the
in
JDM,
America for a hot
the JDM thing, like the JDM domestic parts and everything was like bought over from Japan because of Initial D, because people were like the at 88.6 and when before Skylines were actually a thing before Fast and Furious, it started a culture.
But Initial D didn't get that much play in Toonami, and we're gonna go up against a lot of Toonami and Fox Kids. We're gonna go up against a lot of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Initial D.
I know. I totally understand. We wouldn't have gotten Pirates of the Caribbean without One Piece. I agree.
Are we sure about that?
Tyler, anyway,
you're doing your best.
I'm just going to tell you right now, Tyler, that your shit is not making it at 5. I don't know why you put it at 5. That is literally asinine. And how is this your show? Somebody you're violating right now.
Oh, it's not our show. No, this is purely Lamar's show because he wins every fucking.
I've lost a lot lately, my dog.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you won this round, so that's what I was gonna pick your shit, my G. Like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. How you put One Piece at number 5? Like, fuck out of here. Like,
Alrighty, we have Initial D at number 5. Thank you so much, Knewbetta, for being the judge. Next up will be Lemar for the 4th best anime of all time. Knewbetta, we do have a thing where the judge of the last round goes first because they weren't able to speak last time. So would you like to go first, or would you like somebody else to go instead?
I'll go first.
Okay.
That's cool with me. All right, 4th place, greatest anime of the 90s of all time. You know what I'm going to say for number 4? Berserk.
Ooh.
Swing hard.
Swinging
hard.
You swinging hard.
My man Guts is crucial. You know what I'm saying? But there is some other animes that gonna beat him out. You know what I mean? But I think he holds a strong place at number 4, and he's iconic, powerful as hell, iconic sword. You know what I'm saying? Like the anime was crazy. It got redone. That's how dope it was. A lot of people like the original, but then a lot of people like the redone, the mastered version. So I think it deserves its spot there. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of obscure too, because not everybody knows about Berserk. Whereas it's like mainstream and kind of obscure at the same time. It's one of those weird ones that, you know, a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know it at the same time. So Berserk definitely gotten the full spot for me.
Berserk is always put up there with every time someone talks about Berserk, it's always in the same veil of like, man, Full Metal Alchemist is that fucking dog, bro. It's the same breath.
No, it is sad as shit. It's sad.
Same breath.
It's crazy sad. Yeah, you 100% right.
Man,
it's still too soon for Berserk. It still hurts. First thing first, since he mentioned Berserk, I just want to say rest in peace, Kentaro. He did as well with Berserk. Second, Lemar, would you like me to go pure D-Gen, or would you actually like something that you may have seen?
Shit. Well, I'm voting, so try to win, motherfucker.
I know, but in honor of chaos, I want you to choose D-Gen or regular.
Go D-Gen, because I was a better 90s and 2000s anime.
Cool. I am a horrible individual. I'm a very horrible individual.
And that's the podcast. Thanks for watching.
These things. Yeah, thank you so much. I have seen a lot of things on the internet. I have collected my things, and sooner or later I will drop the master collection onto a server for the masses to enjoy.
Oh God damn it, Matt!
But there's one 90s show that is pinnacle to the degeneracy. La Blue Girl.
Called it.
Called it.
La Blue Girl was one by. You wanna know why? Because during that time, you called it. It was either that or Ogenki Clinic. It was one of the two. But
oh my God,
La Blue Girl is a pinnacle of like hentai and degeneracy. Like, I'm talking to the point where if you were growing up in the 90s, when you went inside Suncoast to go look at the different anime and video section, you walked past. Yeah, you walked right past the hentai section to get to the back where all the wall shit is, and La Blue Girl was chilling right the fuck there. It is.
Oh,
I would not recommend it unless you're a horrible individual like me. I would not recommend it. Do better.
Yo, that shit used to pop up on the thing. I used to be like, man, get this shit the fuck out.
No, don't get me wrong. No, you're right. And you should not watch it.
You should not.
But
let me tell you something. They can't make it now. They can't make it now.
No, they've made worse. Which is so beautiful. It's so chaotic. La Blue Girl is a staple when it comes to degeneracy in hentai.
I thought you were going to say some like.
No, once again, 90s hentai was a little obscure and a little different. It wasn't until mid 2000s where it got ridiculously good. Because trust me, if I could have said Bible Black on the list, I would have said that instantly.
That was 2000s, wasn't it?
That was 2002, motherfucker.
That's what I was waiting for. That's the one I thought you was gonna say.
You got lucky. You got lucky because I'll argue to the day I die about Bible Black and how good that shit is, especially the quality of it. But you got lucky. So I went with La Blue Girl because that is a pinnacle one that also was in the 90s and 92. That's when it came out. So
Atlanta, can you please give us a palate cleanser for the love of shit?
I hope you say Ninja Scroll. I hope you fucking say
Did
Ninja
you just say
Scroll.
Atlanta?
I hope
Atlanta.
No.
Elaura?
Elaura, my bad.
Elaura.
Atlanta.
Back me up.
I heard Atlanta. and I was like, is Charles Gambino here too?
Yeah. Anyway, Elaura, my bad.
It's okay. So I'm gonna mix my list up a little bit because I actually had Perfect Blue on here, but we've already talked about it. So I'm gonna go with Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040.
It's a good one.
It's it's kind of like a sequel reboot of the original Bubblegum Crisis, but it was late 90s, and it's beautiful, powerful women in these hard suits kicking robot ass. And it's like there's a big corporation, of course. It's like this big conspiracy. See, everybody knows. Everybody knows it. It was on. I think it was on G4 or like some obscure channel in the 2000s.
I ain't never seen that joint. I've never heard of that one.
Nah, it's a classic one, but it came on G4 right before Nocturnal Emissions when they hit the nighttime life as well too. So,
yes.
Damn, y'all was really on it.
But it's
like
beautiful, kick-ass women, and I think it's better than the original. But I really enjoy it. The soundtrack had so many fucking bangers on it. I listened to that soundtrack religiously, so it was like. Visual wise, it was gorgeous. I felt like it was ahead of its time. Soundtrack was amazing. And then just the episode names. So I didn't know this. The episode names are all based off of different albums too. So like different musical albums.
So good.
So it kind of all like ties together, but it's really good. It's worth a watch if you haven't seen it.
Tyler.
I guess it's down to me. Okay. I loved how everybody went big and dark and, like gritty and stuff like that. I chose a movie that was such a phenomenon. That was bigger than Dragon Ball Z. It was big. It was the biggest thing that happened. Everybody wanted to come after these little going tokens just to go see this film opening night.
God damn it!
Everybody thinks that the main villain's speech at the end, it is constantly put on a picture of Gandhi, Martin Luther King, everybody, because for some reason everybody thinks that Mewtwo's speech was said by all these amazing other people in history when it actually was Mewtwo. Those memes are so weird. But
So good though.
Pokemon, the first movie,
At 4.
was absolutely. I think because of the cultural impact, the fact that it Pokemon, the first movie, was so good. I cried so hard
Yeah.
when Pikachu was crying, when Ash we thought was dead. We were, everybody was like, "What the fuck, is he dead? Like what's gonna happen now? You can't just kill Ash." And then like Pikachu, Pikachu's about to die. Mewtwo is just this monster, and you're scared of him. And then that.
Yo, how old are y'all motherfuckers?
30.
30, bro.
30s.
30 in the 30s, bro. We pretty fucking old.
I'm about to be 40 years old. I was not crying. I was looking at that shit like, man, get the fuck
You
out.
you also had 10 years on us at that time.
Yeah, you got
so
I'm sitting, I'm like, Pokemon.
when I was 7, you were 17, and I'm sure that didn't make your ass
You
cry.
remember the last time they tried to shoot a president in public. So like give us some leeway, yo.
Yo, I'm gonna give y'all some leeway. But,
give us some. We were children at that
you-
time.
yo,
Just
you-
think about it.
Yo, I don't mean to ruin your moment, man, but you said I was crying, and I was like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I cried everything. I cried at the end of Lord of the Rings. I'm always just teary-eyed when everybody's just jumping.
Right. See, that's okay to cry about. See, that transcends time and generations.
Is it though? With a little Pokemon fucking dying because his owner and shit is about to die and everything?
Yeah.
Is it worth crying
Yo,
about?
that's what his tear brought him
Hey,
back
I
to
was
life
not
or something.
prepared. I was
Yeah.
not prepared to see Pikachu pimp slap another Pikachu out of anger. Like that was some John Shaft losing one of his hoes type of anger, and I was just not prepared.
Only what's the name got busy as far as I was concerned. What's the dude with the wings, the Dragon Charizard? Yeah, rest of them, I ain't pay no attention to no Pokemon.
Charizard was a nigga.
The song was ill. I like the song. It was
Song
ill,
was ill.
but I was too old to be watching Pokemons though. I can't be doing.
Oh man.
Vacation's all I ever wanted.
Oh, yeah. And we also
to get away.
And we
That's
got
great.
a short. We got
Great
the short
soundtrack.
at the beginning where we got to see Donphan, one of the best fucking Pokemon ever. Like just
That wasn't
roll
short.
out.
That was actually a part of the first part of the movie. Like that was the intro to the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was great.
Pokemon the
Pokemon
first
was
movie.
great.
I hate you, motherfuckers, because this
All over
I've
the place.
never. This is the most all over the place fucking list of Berserk, La Blue Girl, Bubblegum Crisis, and Pokemon movie. I hate you, motherfuckers, with a passion of the Christ. So let me chop this down a little bit.
And
we
also
don't have
for the audience, also we are all 1,000% professional anime knowers. This is 1,000% the list. We're emailing this to Forbes, Time, everything. Don't add us.
Don't add us.
Don't,
I mean, if
Don't
you
add
want
us.
to, though, you can always like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah,
But,
please like
you
it.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're very angry, you better subscribe to this. Okay, that will show us.
So, let me chop this down a little bit. I apologize. It's only because I don't remember it. I've never seen it. Bubblegum Crisis, I'm going to have to chop out. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm pretty sure it's good. I
Good
just
pick
don't know
though.
it. Good pick. That brings it down to Berserk, La Blue Girl, and the Pokemon movie. I feel as if
tradition.
whatever I pick is going to be the wrong one. But I got to tell you, out of all of them, only one of them still, to this day, elicits a vitriol response when people say it. I'm going to have to give number 4 to Berserk.
to this day. To this day.
No.
I'm going to have to give it to Berserk. Now, I'll
Berserk?
tell you why it's Berserk.
No.
Pokemon movie needs to be higher. 100%.
No.
I'll give you that.
No.
You
Does
shut
not-
shut the fuck up, Mr. Pikachu's the most recognizable character in all of the world. Shut up. Look, I can't do it, Matt. I can't give it to you. I can't be the one to allow this.
You little
on.
bitch for
I
it, 'cause
don't
you
give a
damn well know-
damn.
Out of
I
all,
don't give a
out of
damn.
all three,
Also,
you at least knew the Blue
I
Girl.
knew the
You
Blue Girl
knew the Blue
because
Girl. You
I
have never watched
actually-
Berserk at all. I know you have.
I actually
I
was
know you
able to
fucking have it.
download I was actually able to download 2 episodes of Berserk on.
You're telling me,
So
and
I've seen it.
You,
But
I've
seen.
you don't know shit about
I've
Berserk. And
seen
Pokemon, the
Berserk.
first movie, is obviously higher.
It's higher. It's higher.
Yeah.
Pokemon is higher.
Yes. All I'm saying
How many
is
times
you
have we
can
said
give
that?
one.
I'm going to give it to Berserk. I'm gotta give it to Berserk. I'm so sorry. I know. Also, the Blue Girl it's for degenerates, and not enough degenerates know what the Blue Girl is.
Oh no, they do.
No,
Oh,
they don't. No, they
yes,
don't.
they do. Yes, they
I
do.
bet
They don't. They should.
next anime
No.
convention we go to together, I'm
Done.
gonna do a poll. If
Done.
anyone in their 20s that knows
there's 3 animes that is like the pinnacle of degeneracy when it comes to hentai, and the Blue Girl is one of them. Bible Black's the other one, and the third one I'm not saying out loud.
No idea.
I'll bet on this.
I hate that one so much. That joke is so dead.
Bets. I'll take bets all day.
Anyway, number 4, Berserk. It belongs here. It is
Little
dope.
bitch.
It allows me to get that sad moment on this list.
Makes you feel better? All right, fine.
It does. I'll fully admit it. I don't give a damn.
I cannot wait for Pokemon to not make this list. Alrighty.
Man,
number 3 with Matt as our judge.
Yeah.
The Lord of Chaos, Matthew, is our judge.
You wanna continue talking, Lemar?
Yeah,
Lemar,
no, I don't care. I don't care. I'll go.
Hold up. Let me.
You can go
All right,
ahead.
now I can go. I ain't hearing shit.
All right.
Go ahead.
It's okay. I know you can hear me, Nyoggle. Anyway, I believe that this was one of the first animes a lot of us watched that had an appropriate kind of darkness, mixed a little bit of that horror-esque with some Dragon Ball Z bullshit. Matt, can you put that up because you're getting feedback? Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I want to give it up to the Pompadour, the angriest grandma of all time, Senior Rose Whip, the original Vegeta, and Senior Spirit Gun. Give it up for Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, okay.
Yu Yu Hakusho for number 3, I think, is a good pick. That was, other than Dragon Ball, my true introduction to like tournament arcs. Seeing a overwhelmingly powerful creature just wreck house. I think Yu Yu is there. It's the introduction of Truck-kun, in my opinion. There might have been others, but Truck-kun was definitely Yu Yu Hakusho. The beginning of Yu Yu Hakusho, homeboy got hit by a truck. And then every isekai after that hit a motherfucker with a truck. Truck-kun has gone 150-0 in the last 2 years. But Yu Yu Hakusho for number 3. Matt ain't gonna pick it, but he knows it's a good pick.
Oh no, it's a great pick. Obviously higher, but
Yu Yu?
Oh yeah, all day, all fucking day.
It's not gonna make it.
As the only one who's actually watched all of Yu Yu Hakusho religiously, trust me, it's high.
Famous last words on our show.
Famous last words. What was
on our show.
Remember when we put Yamcha up here?
All right, so I'm basing this decision purely on what was acceptable to watch in the hood, because you just didn't watch certain shit. Like, not everybody was watching every anime. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saying some shit, they was like, yo, fuck out of here. But Ninja Scroll,
Jesus,
across the
my
board,
man.
Jesus,
they was with the shit. They was like, yo, Ninja Scroll was popping. My man got it, yo, and it was like gory. It was crazy. Loved it. Ninja Scroll. That's it. I don't even want to say nothing else.
You don't need to explain nothing else.
I gotta explain nothing. Y'all already know how he got in Ninja Scroll. Like,
it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Ninja Scroll.
Nah, he already said enough. That's gonna be hard to follow. And Tyler, I definitely want you to follow that.
Yeah, okay. No, you lost. I apologize. You lost.
I know what. Fine, I lost too, and that's okay, because I'm gonna follow up with that with a little light jazz, a little bit of a space, a little bit of cool stuff, and a little freak redheaded child. I'm gonna go with Cowboy Bebop. It has been it's a staple. It's hit hard. I think it's amazing. I don't think it is top 2. I really don't, because it didn't last long enough. We didn't get enough of it.
It's not gonna make 2. It's not gonna make 2. And the Netflix adaptation fucked it.
Okay.
No,
it didn't.
no,
It
no,
never
no.
did.
It
No, those are
didn't.
two
No,
separate
no.
things.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like saying the Death Note movie. That's like the Death Note comparing the Death Note movie to freaking Death Note.
I'm
anime
not
series.
saying they're comparison, but when you hear it out loud and nowadays, people
everybody
always have to
forgot
make
about
that
it.
extra things like, oh, the anime, not the. Oh yeah, that was fantastic.
But yeah, but it's still in the 90s. It closed out the 90s. It made Toonami. It's way too much of an impact, man. It's
We can't be friends anymore. Who
Yeah,
puts Cowboy
seriously.
Bebop that
Who puts
low
Cowboy
on the
Bebop?
list? Who
it
does that?
I'm
doesn't
telling
belong
you, it's
first
not
two.
gonna make it.
Doesn't
it's
belong
not
top
gonna make
two.
one and
Doesn't
two.
belong top two. I really much believe that. I love the show, but it's too short. When you have all these other ones where you get to know everybody so well and the stories and everything and the
It
action.
doesn't have to be long. That's
doesn't
the beauty of
like
it.
that's there's certain animes that are like perfect if you just put it at like 10, 12 episodes and just be
Yes.
done with
Aren't
it. You don't have to
most
ruin it.
animes
You
like
don't have
1
to-
to 2 seasons at
But
most?
like,
No.
this is
Most
America.
animes 1 or 2
This is
seasons.
America.
No.
We're
Back then, they was real short. They wasn't
Yeah.
all these crazy.
Yeah, those
It
were
was
the pinnacle
select
ones.
that was like, like One Piece, obviously, shit like that. But most of them was like 1 or 2 seasons. Like they wasn't really crazy like that.
The
You know what I'm saying?
most, and it
So
wasn't until like
you can't take away
2000s when
from
they.
it.
But
It wasn't until 2000s
this
when
is
they started doing,
America.
like, 20 episodes.
Simpsons is on its 60th season. Family Guy is on 172.
Yeah, but look
and
at
How Much Your Mother got 9. So
look at Hunter x Hunter and how short it really was, but how iconic it was. You know what I'm saying?
it's true.
I don't know, man. Hunter
it
Hunter
was-
was actually really long, actually.
Not
Like,
real,
was
not
seven-
really.
They
70.
stopped it.
4
They
seasons,
stopped
isn't it?
Yeah, 4 seasons. They're like up to like episode like 70, I think.
Yeah,
Like, and
now.
it just actually got rebooted. So
But
back in the
because
90s,
it got rebooted, that's what I'm saying. Back then, it really
like
wasn't
now.
nothing crazy though. Yeah, now you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
like and how long that took? I'm like
Oh gosh.
our whole
yes.
life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Seriously,
if in the '90s, what I'm talking about, it was
Yeah.
really not even. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't really that
60
crazy.
It was 62 episodes, and then now with a new
Yeah.
one.
It's not crazy.
Yeah. So, Elaura, wrap it up because I need to know what you see. Because I got 3 other ones that I'm just like, I don't know. So talk.
I don't
Dan.
think you're gonna pick this one, but I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna
like
go in the
chaos.
complete opposite direction.
Good.
And I'm gonna throw Tenchi Universe in there.
Ooh,
Because this
on
was
the
like
list! Yes!
this was what, like my introduction to harem anime, and that is my shit. I watch it religiously. That is like all I watch. It was kind of slice of life, but it also had some action in it. I drug my father to a Suncoast video that was 2 hours away to buy a
wow.
Ryo-Oki plush because I
Mhm.
wanted it, and I
That was
found
the
it
most
online.
Dated sentence I've heard in
Yeah.
months.
Now my question to you is: it Tenchi Universe or is it Tenchi Muyo's the series itself?
I'm gonna specifically say Tenchi Universe because that's the one I remember, and because the movies were attached to that one too, the ones that I specifically remember. So I'm gonna get specific and say Tenchi Universe.
I've never
solid.
seen this before.
That's a good pick.
Oh, it's
That's
so
a
good.
really good pick.
You would
the
like
Tenchi
it.
Another one I gotta
series.
see.
The Tenchi series went all over the goddamn place.
Oh, yeah.
Because Muyo was just harem anime with some hot alien chicks, and then
Tenchi,
Universe
yeah.
was like, Steven Universe, your family is part of a galactic war, motherfucker.
Yep.
You better learn to power up.
Yep.
This is actually a rough. Because the thing that blows my mind is like 2 of y'all said like 1, 2. Yeah, there's 2 heavy hitters already on here, and y'all like it's not going to get higher. What other animes are y'all thinking of that is higher than
so
There
Cowboy
many.
Bebop or
So
Yu Yu Hakusho?
many. So
that are
many.
like
So
pinnacle?
many. So
Like,
many.
Bruh,
I'm
this
just
blows
wondering
my
if you have
mind.
bad taste.
This is one
Yeah,
of
I'm starting to really think
the,
y'all are like,
this was one of the hardest lists for me to come up with because I was like, crap.
what the fuck else is higher than like
yeah,
these?
you
but
have to think about like pop, not just within the culture
90s
that,
realm. We know.
No, not just within the culture of like diehard anime. We spent hundreds of $1,000s at conventions buying this world. You have to understand the global zeitgeist of anime. What is the casual motherfucker watching? And sometimes that shit is not.
No, I get that, but like I said, it's complicated.
I know.
Fuck this. Y'all making this complicated. Fuck for me.
Chop the shit down.
I
Come on. Come on.
really want to be chaotic. I really do.
It's your
'Cause
pick.
Ninja Scroll is such a fucking classic. It's so good. That is the other subtleness of degeneracy. If you watch Ninja Scroll, you were part degen. You may have not been full degen like me, but you were in that realm if you watch Ninja Scrolls like all fucking day. But
I remember renting it from Hollywood Video, that and Helsing.
That was the second most dated sentence I've heard.
Yeah, 100%.
You could watch it and like you could watch it back. Like I'm telling you, back in the day, you watch something else. Like you watch Sailor Moon, somebody might say something to you. They might be like, "Yo, man, what you watching?" But if you watch Ninja Scroll, everybody was on the couch like, "Yo, Ninja Scroll, like, yo, like that's it." Like I'm telling you, like it was different. Like it ain't like different. How shit is today. Like everybody could watch anything they want to. You literally could not do that back in the day. Like I'm telling you, people will put you in categories.
I have to do this. All right, fuck it. I'll go from the bottom to the top, and I hate how I'm going to do this, and because all these are so fucking good. So, if you have any complaints or problems with my decision right now, please email us at jkrowling@gmail.com because I don't give a shit.
Email us or tweet at us at jk_rowling for all of your complaints.
All right, Tyler.
No,
I know, but
yeah,
I believe he needs to go higher. I personally believe it's higher. I truly do. I truly.
Which one did you say, Tyler? I forgot.
Cowboy Bebop. I have to go between that.
This is what I'm no matter what your pick is, I will honor it.
Does.
Because this is a good list.
This is a really hard. This one's a really hard one. So Tyler, I'm sorry.
It's a good pick though. Fuck.
Right?
Do better.
This spot especially.
I love your choice. I truly do. For the honor of it, but I cannot. Unfortunately, I cannot.
Cool.
And I hope you understand why.
All good.
So I have Tenchi Universe and I have Yu Yu Hakusho. I hate this so goddamn much because I love both of them. I've watched both of them religiously as well too. Tenchi Muyo is my significant other's favorite anime. I'm currently staring at a giant poster of Tenchi Muyo right the fuck now. But I also religiously love Yu Yu Hakusho because I just finished watching the Dark Tournament last week. Like it is so good and it holds up so fucking well. Oh, I hate this. And the worst part of this is that he does not deserve another victory. He does not. So I'm gonna go with Tenchi.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I'm gonna go with Tenchi because I do love Tenchi Universe. I truly do, and I also do believe Yu Yu was higher. I also believe that.
Definitely.
It does. I believe it needs to be higher. I truly do. So I hope. So I guarantee you, I'm going to bring this up in number 2 or 1. So we'll see. So I'm going with Tenchi Universe.
We have cards.
I know. Hold on, give me a second because Tenchi's on my list too, and it originally was going to be my number 3. But I don't think between Cowboy Bebop, we haven't even named the other most popular anime.
I know, but let's just it's
and Yu Yu.
I'm bringing up Yu Yu next. I'm just letting you know that. Real talk.
Wait. Who is the next judge?
Elaura will be the next judge.
Elaura's the next judge.
Fuck.
Damn, I gotta. You know what?
You know what? I'm a man of my word. I said I would not fight this. These are all good picks. I'm not going to challenge it, but fuck you.
Alrighty.
This was a really hard one. Like seriously, I am. God damn, this is rough.
Fuck, that was hard.
Man.
That was the hardest one, honestly.
All right, anybody else?
Ninja Scroll was a good ass fucking pick, though, my God.
Only niggas were thinking Ninja Scroll. Like, yo,
like, yo, that shit is some shit in the hood. So like I'm telling you, like Ninja Scroll. Like,
oh man,
they be put that shit in rap songs. Like,
what was that dub where they did like old martial arts movies with like hip hop dubbers? And that shit was on
damn.
I know what you're talking about.
Hip Hop Blue or some shit. That's like bringing that shit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Look, Elaura, would you like Matthew to go first?
Well, you can choose.
He was judge.
It's all good to me.
Tyler, I kind of want you to go because you need to redeem yourself after what you just said in the last round.
That's a good choice.
Pokemon, fuck out of here.
Pokemon, fuck out of here.
Okay, fine. You know what? I will say this then. A movie has not made it yet, and I believe that the 90s had some amazing movies, especially one that won has an Academy Award on it. And the fact that we don't have a Studio Ghibli film on this list yet is
Which one?
terrible. So Spirited
Oh,
Away,
fuck you.
the
Fuck you.
Spirited Away that opened up anime mainstream in America. It is absolutely horrifying and awesome at the exact same time. Beautiful film, award-winning Academy Award, Spirited Away. Definitely opened doors and definitely made us a little bit more, accepted, I guess. Especially, so yeah.
Solid
Yeah.
choice.
Solid
Thank
choice.
you.
Solid
Thank
choice.
you. I'll take the loss and
You're-
I'll take the loss
Yeah.
and go.
You're slightly redeemed. Slightly.
Slightly. Now, if you would have said Kiki's Delivery Service, oh, you're full redeemed in my eyes.
I thought that was an '80s one, isn't it?
No, that was 90s to my knowledge.
Kiki's 90s? No,
I
I'll
believe
look
so.
that up.
Yeah, it's '89.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once again, Japan 89, but America.
Release date.
90s.
Release date was 90s. You just made it. But anyway.
Yeah, December 20th I saw, but I mean,
Damn right.
still, Spirited Away is a much
Shut the fuck up. Just
We've,
Yeah.
we've had this episode. There's an
We've had this
episode
episode.
of our best Miyazaki movies. Don't watch it because I am
Nah,
it's
garbage.
so bad.
Yeah, of course, because I'm the only one who
No,
knew
what?
Miyazaki films besides Tyler. All
Oh,
right.
thank you.
You know what? I'm going to be lame. I'm going to say the one that needs to be said. Back up there to what African American males from the 90s were allowed to watch. Too many people put their whole personality of being a problematic prince of all Saiyans. Give it up for Dragon Ball Z. I will say that I am a legit Dragon Ball Z fan. I'm actually enjoying Super, most of Super.
Damn right.
But
Huge Dragon Ball Z fan.
Dragon Ball was dope. If we're all honest, Boo won. The ending was bullshit. The ending of the Boo saga was simply because they needed to end the Boo saga.
Plot
but-
filler. Yep.
Yeah, but Majin Vegeta was dope. Piccolo being a better dad than Goku. Piccolo
being
being
black.
a black person. Yeah. Hey, God is black in Dragon Ball. So Kami is a black man.
I did my my thesis, my 12th grade thesis on Dragon Ball Z. And I'm
Awesome.
dead serious.
Hell
Dead
yeah.
serious. My
Yep.
English thesis on
Email it to me. I
Dragon
kind of
Ball
want
Z
to read
I
it
watched.
actually. I did.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. I love it.
But just to finish up, it is the lamest pick because it is the most obvious, but it needs to be on the
It
list.
needs
in
to
my
be on the
opinion.
list. It's
It just needs to at least be said. I
But,
understand
bro,
that there's others, but it needs to be
one,
on the
though,
list. I don't trust this. Let me tell you something about
Listen.
this goddamn podcast. 2 is 1, 1 is 2.
yeah.
Every
That-
fucking time.
that gotta be-
No.
that has to be one. So I don't know why you put it as 2.
2 is 1, 1 is 2. Every time.
Listen, it has to be, bro. It has to be.
I know, but it's
It made it
oh.
okay. That is the one
Anyway,
that shifted the whole culture, that made
I
it
know.
really okay. Like
I'm aware.
that's the one
Thank
that made
you.
it okay for
Yeah.
everybody.
I know.
If it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z, all these kids running around in the hallway, it would be none of that, bro.
A lot of us,
Dragon,
a lot of us did that
Dragon.
weird ass. I know. I'm aware.
Z.
It ain't gonna make it. So number 2.
All right. Number 2 then.
Number 2, Dragon
Laura,
Ball
what do you
Z.
think? Me or do
Alrighty.
better? Which one?
Do better.
Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna say this one. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna give you no explanation, nothing. And that's it. Ghost in the Shell.
Fuck. God damn, it's a good 2.
Wait,
Fuck,
actually,
yeah.
wait,
That's
wait.
it. Yeah.
Actually, standalone complex or the movie?
Doesn't
The
matter.
movie.
Okay.
The movie.
Nah, movie's
movie.
actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
Actually.
Movie
Yeah.
crazy.
Movie is
actually really
solid.
good.
The movie
Yeah.
is crazy.
You
Both
know-
of them is good. But I know
Both are
why a lot of people like standalone complex. But
Yeah.
I like the movie.
I prefer the movie
Yeah.
as well.
Me too.
This fucking category makes me hate this show format so much
Yep.
because none of it is wrong. I haven't heard a flat out wrong pick
Yep.
Even
all
One Piece.
episode.
Except Cowboy Bebop and Number 6.
Oh yeah.
You kinda
Oh
wild
yeah.
out.
Let's
By the way,
let's
Matt,
watch
if you
Cowboy
wanna
Bebop
win
not
this-
make the list now.
Yeah, Matt, if you want to win one, you know which one to say.
Saying I can easily say Cowboy Bebop because it's so good. And I really would like to bring up Yu Yu Hakusho again because that honestly is my number 1. I mean, not my number one, but my number is actually my number 2 on my list. But there is another number 2, and as much as and I do agree with the Negroes because I agree. But my choice actually, I ended up getting bullied for like countless of times because I just enjoyed the series. I am wearing the best scout on my shirt.
It had to be said.
It had to be said. You
Yeah.
put, as much as it is, and I understand that, but at the same time, not a lot of people are into it, but you put respect on her name. Sailor Moon was pinnacle.
Had to be said.
Had to be said. And if it wasn't going to be said now, it was going to be said at number 1 from somebody else as well too, because Sailor Moon was the iconic 90s anime.
It was that shit used to come on Channel
It
11.
did.
I'm not gonna
That
lie.
shit came up. It was Sailor Moon, Power Rangers.
Mhm.
Sailor Moon used to always, it's crazy because Sailor Moon never changed out of the slot. Other shit changed after it.
Oh yeah,
But
Yep.
Sailor Moon stayed in the same spot the whole time. Like,
right
Like-
after school, every time, like clockwork.
Like
clockwork.
it was so goddamn good, and because of that, other series were introduced. We got Sailor Moon R, we got Sailor Moon S, we got Sailor Moon Super S, we got the movies as well too. They even did a reboot of it and gave us Sailor Moon Crystal as well too. So I got bullied for this, and I stand by my decision, especially because the Sailor Moon soundtrack is so goddamn phenomenal in English and Japanese as well too. And I will defend it to the day I die. And Best Scout is still Best Scout, period. So I'm going Sailor Moon.
I will. The only thing I want to say about Sailor Moon is that
I gotta update my list now because these motherfuckers.
yeah, it's gonna be real hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be real
The only
hard.
thing about Sailor Moon is that because it came out during the afternoon Fox cartoon run in the early 90s and they surrounded it by like Zoom and Boomafoo and everything else, Sailor Moon does not register in my head as an anime. It's just a cartoon because they placed it as a cartoon in my head. Because Toonami had a block of anime, but it was never Sailor Moon. But
you know what? It was before the word anime was going crazy like that.
yo, 100. Back when Dragon Ball was just a goddamn
like, it was
weird
just
ass
a
cartoon.
Yeah,
right?
I just
People
watched
didn't
that
really
on
know.
Cartoon Network. Yeah, I just watched that on Cartoon Network. That's
Yeah.
like after school, like
It's
Dragon
like
Ball.
Secret Squirrel, Sailor Moon, Dexter's Lab. It was the same order.
Oh my god!
So,
All
Laura,
right,
what do you think?
I'm
right
so
now?
glad I'm not too.
Oh,
Good luck.
This is,
I-
I hate this.
I ain't gonna
hate
lie.
this so fucking much.
You said you respect on the name, but also did pander to the judge. Just
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, we saw. Oh, we
A
saw.
little bit.
But it was a good pick, though. I'm
It was a
like
good
not
pick.
mad at it. It's
Solid
a
pick, yeah.
pander, but it's a solid pander.
Dude. Well, a lot of them kind of pandered. So,
I
Dragon
didn't
Ball
pander.
Z,
Mine was same.
my my grandma, who was 90 when she passed away, knew who Goku was because I was
Wow.
obsessed with Dragon Ball Z as a kid. She bought me like a shirt that we found at a flea market somewhere that like was off color. It had a blue Shenron. Like it was
Yeah.
it was trippy. But I got what I got and I loved it. So, but I can't pick it. I can't pick Dragon Ball Z. But it's a good solid choice. It has a place in my heart. Like I love it. Also, Spirited Away too. I fucking love Spirited Away. That's one of my favorite
I
Ghibli
cannot get a
movies.
break.
It's up there.
Ugh.
It's up there. It's like one of my top 2. It has to be in my top 2 Ghibli movies, but I can't pick it. Ghost in the Shell, I watched it and I consumed it when I was just trying to get my hands on anything and everything anime, and I love it. I think it's great, but it's not going to be my choice. I have to pick Sailor Moon.
Full pander.
As an adult, I went to Japan as an adult, and at Universal Studios, they had a whole Sailor Moon like ride. I had no clue what they were saying. I rode it anyway. I made my husband ride it with me. I have Sailor Moon wands hung up on my wall. I have a whole Sailor Moon shelf. It's like a personality trait. I have to pick Sailor Moon.
You know, that was a good one. I can't even be mad at that. I can't be mad at that.
I hate this format for the when we get really solid good categories. This format is shit.
You're welcome.
Hey, we'll
All right.
we'll bring this up again in another
All right.
episode.
We gotta do
Yeah,
this
do
again.
better.
We
Yeah, we'll do
gotta
this
bring
again.
it back. We
We'll do it
gotta
again.
run it back.
We'll run it back. Yeah, that's fine.
We'll do redo. All right. Okay. Number 2, Sailor Moon. Number 3, Tenchi Universe. Number 4, Berserk. And number 5, Initial D. There is
I'm
no way for me to
surprised.
get a point on this episode. Everybody has a point but Tyler. So fuck all you guys, by the way. Just saying.
Whatever, it's not
So
a problem.
whoever wins this round wins the episode. And so with number 1 as the greatest 90s anime, we'll be right back after these commercials.
You, Tyler.
Is
And
it
now we're
dead-ass
back.
commercial?
No,
Okay,
I'm not putting
like, we have to do a
commercial.
commercial? Yo, I'll make a nerdy bitch
I had
commercial.
to. I had to do it.
I will.
I had to do it because we're right before the big fight. So I was like, I had to do the commercial break. You know what I mean?
No, that's like 3 episodes and then a movie after, and then we get to
Yeah.
the final.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Yeah, this is the first when Frieza just starts blowing up the planet. We have at least 15 more episodes.
Fine. Yeah, 15
Of,
episodes
like-
in a 5-minute fight. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Number 1, I would love Elaura to go first because she was judged last time.
Right. Oh, fuck you, Cowboy Bebop, because it needs to be up there. My argument is, yes, it's a short anime, but each episode can be treated as a standalone for the most part. It's very, like, it has a lot of lore and it has a lot of world building, but you don't have to be an expert in it to understand it. You can still enjoy the show without it being too over the top, spacey, like with terms and all of that kind of stuff. It's a good intro anime. It's a good anime to like just walk into. Normies like to watch it. It's great, and also it's part of my personality. I have a corgi. I'm obsessed with Cowboy Bebop. It absolutely 100% should be number 1.
hold up. Can I come over? I need to pet the corgi.
Let me go number 2.
Yeah.
Let me go for number 2.
You want to go? You want to go next, or do you
Yeah,
want to go
yeah.
later?
Let me go. I wanna
Okay.
go next.
All right.
Now, some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, but this wasn't a 90s film, but it was released 1990, and
Still
it's gonna
counts.
fuck all of you up.
Oh, I know what you're going to
And
pick.
you're
Oh,
going to
fuck
lose.
you.
Everybody loses. Akira,
Yep.
Oh,
Wait, what? I thought
Yeah.
Akira
Yeah,
the
it was
90s.
90s, yeah.
80s.
1990.
It was
That
released
is
in
it.
90.
Released
There
in
is-
the 90s.
Pack it up. If anybody says anything else, pack
Oh,
that shit to fuck up. You're lying.
No, I'm gonna say
Akira is
something
the
else.
most iconic, period. Even more so than Dragon Ball Z. Everything else, people used to get the jacket back in the day. You see the motorcycles. You see Chronicle is based off of fucking Akira. Is a fucking retelling of Akira. Like, get the fuck out of here. If somebody says any other, I don't care what you say. You lost.
Saying.
Give up. It's
Nope.
over.
Nope.
Akira.
I will argue that shit.
Akira. You can't argue
I
that.
can
bro.
argue. The only reason I can argue is
Can't-
because of the fact, just like how you wrote your thesis, I had to write a thesis on Akira itself, and I know the good and the bad to that goddamn movie. Like the
Yeah,
back
ain't
of
no
my hand.
fucking
And
bad.
I will talk. No, I can talk mad shit about that movie all fucking day, but I'm not going to. I'm not, because I want to hear. Tyler
Pack
still
that
needs his
shit
decision.
up.
I
decide
would
who
have
else
said
goes.
Akira last time instead of Spirited Away. I thought Akira was again. To
I
me,
knew
I,
y'all
thought, I
thought it
was like,
was-
I
it
was
was
like,
'cause
that
it
was
was
80s.
made in
Said
88,
Akira would have fought for
but it
Akira.
aired in America in
Yeah, I would have fought
1990.
for Akira too. Yeah.
So yeah, because I was like, yo, I think I'm okay. I double checked it. I
You
said,
are.
yo, Akira 1990. Yo, I'm in there. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a Rumpelstiltskin. It's over.
Yep. No, it still ain't over yet because I got one. But Tyler,
Okay.
choose who you want to go. I recommend.
No.
Lamar, then you.
I just want to say again, by the way, in that round 3, we were like, oh, what's better than the blah, 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 blah. And we've said, like, in the last 2 rounds already, 7 that are amazing. Like, what? Get out of here. Okay, anyways,
We do this every time. We do
Every
this
single
every time. I hold by to my decision 100%. I truly do. You cannot, and I say this very thoroughly, you cannot just decide on one top 90s anime. You can't. There's so many. We just argued so much pinnacle stuff the whole time. And throughout this whole episode, one word has been mentioned multiple times by everybody because it was significant in our lives and it was significant when it came to 90s anime. Without this, we wouldn't have had the access to what we had. My choice is Toonami itself, because Toonami
come
itself,
on.
no, yes, Toonami itself not only bought us, first of all, started in 97, didn't get real good until 99, because 99 is what we got introduced to Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Big O, Robotech, Voltron, Mobile
Yu-Yu.
Suit Gundam Wing. Like we got introduced to all of
I ain't get
everything.
introduced to that. That was watching that shit.
That sounds like a personal
Before, it
problem.
wasn't no-
better.
it wasn't
You
no
need to
such-
do better because
What
you've
you
been
mean?
watching Toonami back then, okay? But the point is
before it wasn't even no such thing as Toonami. I was
exactly.
watching Sailor Moon.
That's the point. That's the point.
I was watching Sailor Moon. Yu Hakusho. I was watching all of that shit before it was.
You also
Toonami.
had 10 years on us and had access to things that had money and had a
Just-
job.
it
I'm
was
just
on
saying.
TV.
You
What you want me to
afforded.
It was on TV.
Suncoast,
Sailor
all right?
Moon used to come on Channel 11.
Let me finish, nigga.
Sailor
Hold up.
Moon,
Let me finish.
all
It
of
was
that
on Fox.
Dragon Ball Z used to
That's
come
fine.
before it was on Toonami. That shit was on Channel 11 too, my guy.
I am still choosing Toonami because of the fact that it bought us so much shit that we have never been introduced. Like Toonami introduced me to Gorillaz, the music group, and Daft Punk. And Daft Punk is my heart. Like the whole Interstellar
They used to play
555.
Gorillas on BT.
Exactly, that's cool. But
They
that's 'cause
did
of
play
niggas.
Gorillas on BT.
That
That
was
blew
on
my
niggas.
mind when that
And
happened.
that blew my
That's
mind
because
too.
the shit was hard.
Yeah,
It
but
was.
I didn't get introduced to BET because nigga and young child. So no. But for me, I got introduced to basically my genre of music through Toonami. Like Toonami has a significant part for me. Like growing up watching fucking Dragon Ball Z with my dad, who doesn't give a fuck about anime, but he was really into Dragon Ball Z, or watching fucking Thundercats or Real Adventures of Johnny Quest and everything. When they actually started getting more into like anime and like Japanese culture and introducing us like American basic niggas slowly, Toonami was pinnacle. And every single person here has said Toonami at least once in this conversation. At least once. So my choice, I can't just choose one anime. I'm choosing the whole Toonami block because it just introduced all of us to everything. You know, it is. And I'm be real. You can choose one. Yeah, that's fine. But in reality, Toonami set us all up for some shit. And at least that's not just one. At least it's multiple. So all other animes fall in the category.
You just gotta take that pick as wishful thinking. It was a
No.
nice thought, but you can't really give them.
Nah, you could definitely choose that.
That
Have
was
you seen this show?
That
Have you
was-
seen this show? You can do
Also
it.
because Toonami didn't get their
Cartoon
real
Network.
stride to
All
about
right,
2000s
boys.
either.
Cartoon Network. 1, 2.
So Matt's trying to cheat. Alrighty,
How much
Lemar.
Bro, that's
All right.
definitely cheating, bro.
With respect to what Matt said, this is a very hard pick. Because even in Matt's introduction, he said about 3 or 4 animes that belong on this list. We all missed Big O. That should have been at least mentioned.
Man, I love Big O.
That should have been at least mentioned. I think it might be a 2000s anime. I think it doesn't count. Is it
Like
99?
late
90s.
That's 90.
Okay.
Yeah, once again, Japan being introduced in America is a different like timeline and everything, but All Stars been out forever.
Here's my problem with number 1. It depends on what era you hold true to your heart. Do you hold your childhood and the things that made you happy as a young fan happy? Early teenagers for some of us? Or do you hold your teenage years where you're a bit more rough, but you're enjoying a bit more violence in your world? So, between the two ones that should be named, which is either Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z, the one that is the biggest phenomenon to this day is still Pokemon.
No.
Yes, Pokemon was a major phenomenon, my dog.
Yeah. I know, but I think Dragon Ball Z is way
you said
bigger
I know.
nowadays.
I thought you said, oh no.
I said no. I think Dragon Ball Z is bigger than Pokemon right now. Especially when it comes to anime and everything.
Right. No. As
You lying to
far as
yourself.
a franchise, as far as a full franchise.
Okay.
The
I'll agree with that then.
Anime.
I feel like Pokemon was like a phase, like, you know what I mean? Like it's still popping a little bit, but it was like really big, and then it's like nobody cared about Pokemon anymore.
I'm so excited for Scarlet and Violet.
This is what I'm fighting for, because once you get past a certain age, I will give you that Pokemon falls off. But the thing is that the people who are in that age group are still playing it. When you got past it was red, blue, yellow.
Gen 3.
About Gen 3, you aged out. People age out of Pokemon and then get back into it from nostalgia, but it doesn't mean it has ever lost steam. Dragon Ball had GT for a while. Dragon
Kai.
Ball had
Then it had fucking Kai, and we don't talk about
Regular
that
Z had
either.
infinite replay value.
Infinite Z, 100% not arguing that.
Yep.
But when we want to talk about the best anime of all time, what the cards, the games, the anime, the merchandise, motherfuckers are killing people for Charizards. It's Pokemon. People got into fist fights over Vegeta over Goku. Get ya. People were stabbing people over a holographic Charizard. It's Pokemon, my brother. It's a Pokemon. And I apologize.
I can't.
I love Dragon Ball Z more. It
My
should have been
blackness will not
too.
allow me to accept
I
this as an
know,
answer.
I understand. But my financial understanding of the world, Pokemon.
Not to be that guy, and I think because Matt is the other co-host, I think we need to do a vote. I think he needs to pick a specific. Is it the anime? Is it or a movie? I think because we're talking about the anime, we cannot consider video games and the trading card game, which are two monoliths. They're way too opposite of the show. Even Yellow is not even close to the show, even though they tried.
All right, real talk. We're doing top 90s anime, whether it's movie or show. Influence is key, but if you're arguing for Pokemon, you're arguing for the Pokemon show. Just like you're arguing for Dragon Ball Z show. Because we're talking influence-wise, they both have a high significance, obviously. Even Dragon Ball Z, especially in Latin culture, has a high significant culture. Remember, if you're talking cards as well, too, like Pokemon cards and all that stuff, Dragon Ball Z also had a card game as well, too. I should know. I played this shit. So
I played it too.
It wasn't as fire.
No,
Then-
it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You're right, 100%.
Because
but
then we had to put Yu-Gi-Oh in here and
We
shit
put
like
Come
that.
on, but if you're going show for show, man, Dragon Ball
we're
Z.
going
Yeah.
show for
If we're going show for
Dragon
show,
Ball Z is
if
more
we're going-
iconic.
100% show for show, it
if
should be
we're
Dragon
going-
Ball Z.
No,
But I'm a
yeah,
man-
I get
and
that,
so
but-
that's what I'm saying. I'm giving you an opportunity to either change your answer
or stick with it.
or stick with only the Pokemon anime.
You know
Because
what? You know
when
what?
you're
With that,
with
with that said, because I was thinking about overall influence. With
You're
that
right. No,
said,
you're right. But remember, we're
I
going
agree.
90s.
if it's
90s.
show, then it's Dragon Ball Z.
That's why I only fought for One Piece during the 90s. I didn't talk about what happened afterwards. I was like the
Yeah.
90s episodes.
Okay,
Yeah.
if we're doing just show, I appreciate the renege. It is Dragon Ball Z because
Okay.
Pokemon the show was fun, but it was only a flagship for the rest of the shit. The show, I watched Dragon Ball. I know what happened. I understand why Yamcha gets bodied. Like, I watched enough Dragon Ball Z to understand what's happening to Yamcha.
Alrighty. I think I have heard enough to make a decision.
Wait, Laura went, right?
Yeah, Laura was
Yeah.
first because
Yeah,
she was
Laura
judging.
went,
yeah,
We
I
had
remember.
Cowboy Bebop, Akira, Dragon Ball Z, and World Peace, and Toonami.
To be honest, I thought my decision actually would try and convince you, but going by
I
that
love
shit,
you.
I don't think so.
Yo, you
Nope.
tried to sell that bullshit, but come on, bro.
No, it's not bullshit. It's solid as fuck, bro. But
That is a card being thrown. That is a card being thrown, waiting to happen.
Mhm.
So I will not be saying Toonami.
I know, it's a little bitch, but that's fine.
If I had known that Akira was a 90s, that would have been on my list too. Hey guys, I just also want to remind you that Pokemon the first movie was never ever mentioned again. And also, so now we have Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop, and Akira. I'm not gonna say Cowboy Bebop again. I do think that because of the faults of it being short, it is a really, really big deal, obviously. But if you're going to compare the legacy of Dragon Ball Z and also the importance of Dragon Ball Z around the entire world, where Cowboy Bebop was really just big here in America and in Japan, like I've been to other countries and I have a lot of friends in like Brazil. None of them are like Cowboy Bebop. I think they played it because they're all about Dragon Ball Z card captors. Sakura and
Fair argument. That is a fair argument.
So that's
No, that's a bullshit argument, but what else can we do?
This sucks because, like, of course I want to be biased. Because I have over literally thousands of dollars of action figures from one, and then we have Akira, which is one of the greatest films of all time. I'm gonna go ahead. I have to give it. And Knewbetta, you even said it last round. We have to get to DBZ. It is just like Akira was like perfect and amazing, but like half of my personality is just wearing Dragon Ball Z stuff and having like every fucking action figure. Like,
not mad at that. I'll take that loss happily because
like Dragon Ball Z is still around making like bomb characters like Beerus. Like still like I'm like, man, how? And then like Android 17
naming thing after
and then
food.
like and then Android 17, Android 17 coming in and Super like you know, it's just like, man,
how no one else took it. I'm surprised no one else took it. Honestly, we should have been. I tried to throw it away at 2, so we have a fun number 1, but y'all wouldn't vote for it. So here we are.
I literally thought everybody was just gonna say DBZ, because like not only because of my clothes,
because I would have said DBZ, but I honestly feel I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, you're fine.
I honestly feel like even though it's not a show, so Dragon Ball Z is gonna have the notoriety from being a long show and every Akira. Like when I'm telling you, everybody knows Akira, like, and it's always like brought up in reverence. It don't got to be the most popular. It's like that is the one. Like Akira started it all. Like it from everybody for everybody.
Real talk,
everybody,
though.
like, yo, I'm telling you,
I get it, but at the same time, Akira in the '90s didn't have that much influence. Akira,
but it did though. That's what I'm telling you.
Akira got a high influence in the middle of the 2000s. Because that's when people realize, oh shit, people are sleeping on Akira. Oh fuck, let's actually watch this shit. Because
I'm telling you from when I was, I'm not speaking from that point because I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I'm telling you from when I was around it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it was like, yo, this one movie. What is this shit? Why is it drawn this way? This shit ill. Like I'm telling you, the jacket, the bike, all of that, the fight, the motorcycle gangs. All of that, the powers, the little crazy children, like it was different, bro. It was different, and everybody was like, "Yo, this shit is goated." Like,
yeah, depending on where you live, actually, like.
Well, I'm from New York, so everybody from every type.
That makes sense. Yeah,
everybody from every type of walk of life had the same, like, yo, Akira #1, like Akira. Like we acknowledged that Dragon Ball Z was the great show and it was the GOAT of that. But as far as like the first shit you watched and the first thing that got you into that type of animation, that made it really cool like that, Akira. And it was just a flat across the board. So that's why I said Akira.
I was like, this episode should have been top 10 because this was a hard one. This was a really hard one.
This should have been a top 10.
And there's a lot that were mentioned that deserves to be on the list. And I've said this 15 times this episode, and I believe it again.
Wait,
this goddamn category.
Do you think there was 40 choices that we could have chose from? Because that's a lot.
I mean, nobody.
No, I think there's. I think there's.
Kenshin.
Yeah, we didn't. I have Kenshin on my list. I didn't put him up because I think
Evangelion
6 or 7.
That's how hard this episode
Big O.
Like,
Digimon.
Rurouni Kenshin, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, damn, I can't even put that nowhere.
Digimon was the shit.
Freaking
Digimon.
Honorable mentions is
way too old
Digimon
to watch
and Rurouni.
Digimon.
Digimon.
I would have picked that one.
And on that note, we have Initial D at number 5. Number 4, Berserk. Number 3, Tenchi Universe. Number 2, Sailor Moon. And number 1, Dragon Ball Z. Lemar is our winner with 2 points. And this is a very, very strange list.
Surprised Initial D got on this list. I'm
me too, honestly.
Me too. Really fucking surprised he got on this list.
I know. But before we go, of course, let's give everybody the plugs already. With my normal guest, my normal host, with Lemar.
Coming to your last is both and neither. My name is LemartheConGuy, LemartheConGuy. You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, all social medias at LemartheConGuy. I am part of this podcast as well as Nerdy Point of View. I'm in a band called Radio Go. If you want to check us out on our social medias, you can go to radiogo.band on any of your URLs. I am also becoming pretty big in the tabletop RPG things. I'm going to be at Roll20Con doing a thing for them. I am on Official Paizo on Tuesday sometimes doing Heroic Endeavors. I'm over on Open Circuit Studios playing the Leverage TTRPG, and I think I'm going to be playing with the DAT Network, the Dragons and Things Network, on Friday, playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And then I'm official guest for several. What else am I doing? Fuck, I forgot. What else?
You goddamn
Check him out at
much.
LemartheConGuy.
Yeah,
Next up, Matthew Johnson.
Hi, I'm Matthew. I don't do as much shit as this motherfucker does. I don't. Because I have a life and I'm trying to find a job and do other shit and everything. I don't have time. I physically don't have the capability of doing this much shit. And sooner or later, he gonna die from doing too much shit. So you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be the new LemartheConGuy. That's Lemard, the con guy. And you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and all that. You can find me on OnlyFans. You can find me on Pornhub. You can also find me on what's that BDSM website? FetLife. You can find me on FetLife as well too.
ToysRUs.com.
Bringing in
Find
the
me there.
territories that I wasn't aware of.
Good, you don't need to. That's why I'm a degenerate.
Don't go.
AKA
Don't go
Lemar.
there.
Lemar
Don't go
is
there.
degenerate. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't go there.
Our very special guest host, Elaura, thank you so much for being here. Where can they
Thanks
find
for
more of
having
you?
You can find me at Elaurasaurus on all social media, and I'm also the co-host of the Pop Prism Power podcast. My man. And you can find us at Pop Prism Power on all social media and on any place that you stream your podcasts.
Absolutely. And our guest with the mostest, that made no sense at all. But to our amazing guests and amazing, hilarious, awesome man, Knewbettadobetta, where can they find? Give us all the plugs.
All right, guys, you guys can find me on TikTok and all socials. Even there might be a variation. There might be a 1, there might be a 3 after it. But all socials, Knewbettadobetta. The better is spelled with an A because I'm black and not an ER. So all one word, Knewbettadobetta. Come check me out. Learn about the Lord of the Rings. I'll be teaching a class on the Silmarillion November 1st at Signum University. You can find a link in my bio and come learn about Lord of the Rings. I'll be doing that. It'll be twice a week. For the entire month of November. So come check it out starting November 1st. Knewbettadobetta. Check me out.
I will say this: you and Callie Cosplay are the only people I watch lives on TikTok, and I love it. You guys are just the best. And
thank you, man.
Not
Appreciate
with
you.
Tyler?
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Fuck you. Fuck you,
you don't
Tyler.
go live on TikTok. You don't go
Fuck
live
you.
on TikTok.
But if I did, though, you should have been watching it. Fuck you.
I would, but I'm already subscribed to your OnlyFans. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I hope you enjoyed our list. All complaints, you can definitely complain to us at Elon Musk on Twitter. Please tweet at us all of your complaints. We'd love to read every single one of them at Elon Musk. And go ahead, subscribe, follow us on all social media, and keep on ranking.